Flow Track here with critically acclaimed author Nicholas Sparks. Notebook, you know, you might be familiar with him. Ran here at Notre Dame.
Yeah.
Set a record here on the wall. You can see the 4x8.
4x8, 720.
720. So, and you wrote your first novel when you were plantar fasciitis, right?
Yeah, you know, it's funny. I'd run the Drake relays there. That's where we broke that record. Had a real bad plantar fasciitis, Achilles tendonitis, and went home that summer, wrote my first novel. It was never published. It was absolutely horrible. Everybody. I was 19. But that really is what kind of got me into writing and the idea that I could be a writer, even if at that point in time I didn't know it was ever going to work.
How'd it go after that injury? How'd your running career go after this 720 and that injury?
You know, it was up and down. It was more down, I guess, to be honest. I had an injury-plagued career. I had to give it up entirely by my sophomore year. Sophomore year, I had a good year. I'm sorry, by my senior year. Sophomore year was fairly good. Junior year was medium, and then senior year, I just hit the point that I couldn't run anymore, and took a lot of those lessons when I went back and coached at New Bern High School, and I coached all these kids, and we had a pretty good run there for a few years, and I'm pleased to say that none of them ever got injured, which was the main thing I was happy about.
Definitely. Well, for some fans at home of Nicholas Sparks, the author, and they want to know about the runner, maybe tell what were some of your PRs for some of the distances you ran?
Oh, yeah, I ran, I was a 149 guy. I think I ran 152 or something like that in high school. We did a lot of relays, kind of like my team New Bern did last year. I think I split 408 when I was in high school in the mile, and did a couple of 404s here at Notre Dame, and like I said, it was more of a down career than up career. It's kind of where I saw my Olympic dreams going up in smoke. But it was beneficial, you know. Track and field taught me perseverance and dedication, and all of that are still things I use when I sit down to write a novel.
Well, about Loftus Field and Alex Wilson and Mayo, what do you think about these events and what they do for the track world?
Oh, this is a great place. You know, this facility was not here when I was here. This is part of the reason I was always injured. But this is one of the great facilities, and this is a last chance NCAA meet. It's a place where kids come in, they're like, haven't made it yet, or I'm a provisional time, I want to be automatic. So it's just fast kids running all out, and everyone knows it's coming, and you tend to get a lot of great performances here.
Now, you're still coaching the high school team?
Not so much. I pretty much retired. I mean, my son graduated in January. We'll do the national type events. We'll run Nike Indoor and New Balance Outdoor. We'll run the NSIC Indoor. We're actually doing both this year. So we'll do that mainly at the national level, but not so much the state level.
Now, you went on from being, I would say, a good runner, great runner, to being a great author, as everybody knows you for in your movies and the movie rights. And talk about running and what it does for you post-collegiately, because not everybody can be an Olympian, a world champion, an elite athlete.
That would be me.
So talk about, you know, you're one of the great writers. Just talk about that.
Well, running is beneficial to me because it's one of these things where you learn about health.
Nicholas Sparks just saved my life.
Yeah, the 400 going by.
I owe you one.
You learn about health and being active, and you know, I still work out all the time, and it's something that was a habit that I got into, and of course that gets your blood flowing, it flows up to your brain, that has something to do with creativity. But if you're going to write a novel, you're looking at a big long-term goal, the conclusion is 5 months away, and you just go with these little tiny daily goals in between, and then maybe you'll get there by the end. And it's the same way that you prepared for a season. And so it's just very it's natural to me to do this. It's second nature to sit down and know that I have a long-term goal and I'm able to work for that. And that's what I got from track and field more than anything.
And no doubt you deal with obstacles in writing like you do in running.
Oh,
you know,
no
like
question.
Roadblocks, maybe not injuries as physical, but, you know, writer's block and
without
whatnot.
question, all the time. That's what writing is. It's not typing, it's the thinking. And sometimes stories come together the way they should, and sometimes they break down, and sometimes it takes you a while to come up with the best possible way to do a scene.
Now, sometimes you have bad races, you scrap them in your mind. Have you ever written a story, half of a story, part of a story, and you're just like, no, this isn't it, just throwing it?
As a matter of fact, I just did that as of 2 weeks ago and had to start entirely over from scratch.
Oh,
you know,
no.
like changing events. But you still have your goals, and you still have what you want to do, and you know, get it done.
So for fans of Nicholas Sparks, the writer, any novels coming up in the the
Well,
we
of course,
got?
Dear John, the film.
It's a great movie.
You know,
I saw
that was it. And then The Last Song comes out in March 31st. I think The Lucky One starts filming in May. The novel that I'm working on now will be out in the fall. Yeah, kind of
Busy man.
Busy.
All right, well, thank you for your time, Nicholas, and enjoy the rest of the meet.
You got it.